Main Event All-Star Wrestling. Since 2009, the leader in machinima wrestling programming. Oh my goodness! Christmas, everyone! It's time for the special Main Event All-Star Wrestling Christmas Edition!
Happy holidays, everybody!
It's Merry Christmas, not Happy Holidays, get it right!
What about people who celebrate other holidays, like Hanukkah?
We can go find a Hanukkah special. This is a Christmas special. No, let's talk about what we're going to see here tonight, Reginald.
Well, we've got some great matches coming up. The first one is the Iceman versus Jerry the Villain. They fought each other in real cage fighting, and they're going to fight each other again here tonight.
That they are. Let's take it to the back and hear what Jerry the Villain has to say.
They call the Iceman the coolest man in wrestling. Do you all get that? Iceman, coolest. It's a joke, and that's exactly what he is. A joke. This whole roster is full of jokes like that. I will go as far to say as Christmas is nothing but a joke, and I don't bother to believe in that sort of thing. Santa's not real, kiddies. I am Jerry the Villain, and I have terrorized and villainized my way to the top, and I will not be taken down by some punk gutter trash like the Iceman. You have all said I've taken too many punches and kicks to the face. But the doctor says I'm fine, so I'm going to march down to that ring and take out that punk, the Iceman. And then I'm going to go for that other joke of a man, Blackman. You have all avoided your enemy for far too long. It is time for everyone to meet their villain.
Well, here he comes, everyone. The man who prides himself on being a bad guy. The man who prides himself on having a bad attitude. The man who prides himself on being a villain. Jerry the Villain.
I kind of like this guy.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Why don't you expound upon that a little bit?
Well, like you said, he's proud of being a bad guy. He's proud of being a bad attitude. So many people here try to be nice, but they really aren't. He has no problem being who he is.
Indeed he doesn't. I should let you know I was talking to Jerry before the show went on the air tonight, and, this guy doesn't like to celebrate Christmas.
Maybe he celebrates Hanukkah or any one of the other multiple holidays that occur this time of year, like Winter Endmas.
I don't know about that, but he's celebrating the wrong thing. It's Christmas. We've got to go to back and hear what the Iceman has to say.
Jerry, we've faced each other a few times in the past, and every single time, I came out on top. Tonight, for the first time, we face each other in Main Event All-Star Wrestling, and the result's not going to be any different. I will win this match. You think you're better than me? We both know different. Tonight, we go to war, and when the smoke clears and the dust settles, the announcer will declare the winner to be the Iceman.
And there he is, the Iceman. A man who just said some very intense things on this special Christmas edition.
And not one of them was wishing people happy holidays, which he should have been. But he said some good things there, and they're all true. Every time he has faced Jerry the Villain in real cage fighting, he did win. Granted, a few of those was by judge's decision, but he still won.
Real cage fighting? I never even saw any of those matches. I'm into watching things that are real, really EX wrestling, like Main Event All-Star Wrestling.
What do you know? You don't even watch Professor What?
I don't know who that is. But anyway, we've got a match on our hands here. We've got Jerry the Villain versus the Iceman. Who's gonna win? I don't know, but wait! We can't see what's going on in the ring now. We're cutting to us. What's going on? Cameraman, can you get us back to the ring? We need to call the action. We need to get back to the ring. Come on. Someone needs to get Heath McIntyre off of that eggnog and get him to control the camera shots better. Come on. If I was the owner here, I'd fire him. Come on.
If you were the owner, you'd be an idiot. But, oh, hey, we're back on the monitors.
And thank you. We're calling the action now, and it looks like Jerry the Villain has attacked the Iceman and has him locked in a Boston Crab.
Now, this reminds me of their second match against each other, where Jerry the Villain did start out dominating in the first round, but after that, it was all Iceman. Second round knockout.
That sounds very interesting. But I kind of wonder what we're going to see here, because, Jerry going for a Boston Crab. Well, oh my goodness, he just threw him into the cage there. That's devastating. But locking in a Boston Crab's not going to help him win this match. You have to escape the cage to win.
That's true, but by weakening the knees, it makes it harder for the Iceman to climb out of the cage, thereby making it easier for Jerry to win. Also, the Iceman does use a lot of kicks, and it's going to be harder for him to do that.
I never thought about that, and there's one of those kicks you were talking about. Speaking of kicks and getting kicked, I hope my wife doesn't kick me this year.
What did you do this time? Am I going to receive text messages about it?
Well, I certainly hope not, but it's about what I didn't do. It's Christmas, right?
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that until today.
Okay, I can understand birthdays and anniversaries, but how can you forget about bloody Christmas? It's on the calendar. We've been listening to Christmas music for the last 3 months. There's multiple Christmas specials on TV. How could you be forgetting? And by the way, the Iceman's climbing out. Are you paying attention to the match as well?
Yes, he is indeed. It looked like the Iceman's climbing out of the cage, and Jerry the Villain. Wait, Jerry's getting up to his feet. It looks like, there he goes. He pulled the Iceman down.
See, if you'd been doing your job and paying attention instead of worrying about whether or not you bought your wife a Christmas present and somehow forgot about Christmas, you would have been paying attention, and you would know that Jerry the Villain, again, seems to be taking control.
Jerry is in control, and, to be quite honest, I thought it was November. I don't know why.
You've been getting into the eggnog a little early.
No, but looks like our cameraman Heath McIntyre has been. My goodness. And oh my, what a devastating maneuver by Jerry the Villain, who's trying to escape.
He might actually have won it after this. I mean, I don't think he's ever actually beaten the Iceman.
I don't know if he has or hasn't, but I know it looks like he has maybe this time. But no, the Iceman climbing up the side of the cage, and it looks like they're both gonna come down.
The Iceman does have one clear advantage here, other than the fact that, well, he's beaten Jerry the Villain multiple times, is the fact that he does have some past as a professional wrestler. He's been in cage matches before. He knows the sort of wrestling.
That he does. I hope they both know this type of wrestling. It's in a cage, and they found a place called real cage fighting. And oh my! A vicious kick by the Iceman, sending Jerry the Villain down. But no, Jerry's back up, and no, he's taken back down into an Iceman lock maneuver. He calls that. I don't know.
He actually calls that the Ice Age, because you're in it for so long, it's locked in second Ice Age.
Well, looks like the Ice Age didn't come quick enough, because Jerry came out and he hit him with a devastating Hurricane Rana.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about that Christmas present I haven't bought my wife yet.
You need to stop being so distracted and do your job. Call the match.
And oh my! What a superplex on the top rope!
It's strong enough to knock the door open. One of you go for it. Win the match. Go, Jerry.
And Jerry the Villain climbing towards that door. Will the Iceman wait? No, it's Charles Blackman. He must have come from the crowd, and he's climbing inside the cage. What's he doing here?
I don't know, but in Real Cage Fighting Championship, he ducked challenges from both men, and he's attacking the Iceman again. What's he doing?
I don't know, but it looks like he's going after Jerry the Villain. Charles Blackman, the current Real Cage Fighting Heavyweight Champion, has just attacked the Iceman, and it looks like he's knocked him out as the crowd here is in a frenzy with what's going on.
This isn't right. He shouldn't be allowed to do this. I mean, the Iceman I can understand after that Endless Horseman match, but why is he attacking Jerry?
Well, it could be because of those harsh words that Jerry had to say about Charles Blackman before this match. Jerry's not a very nice guy, and he didn't say some nice things,
Well, that might be true, but at the same time, he has no, well, okay, he's got some history with Jerry in real cage fighting, but not enough for this. Not enough to catapult someone into the cage like that. Not enough to attack him.
And Blackman dealing some severity to that head of Jerry, just punching him in the head repeatedly, and oh my, Jerry looks like he's busted open.
Well, that's not uncommon in real cage fighting matches, so we shouldn't be surprised by that. But
And another devastating smash into the cage.
But still, he shouldn't be attacking him. He has no reason to attack Jerry. Iceman, yes.
Well, maybe it's because Jerry's a villain and Charles just doesn't like how he acts. I don't know. But the Iceman is in a hard place right now. He has nowhere to go.
What I want to know is why Blackman's locked him in an STF. And wait a second, Jerry's going for the he's going for the door.
Well, I don't believe Charles Blackman calls that maneuver an STF. I believe he calls it the STC, the submission through Charles.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Just like you somehow forgot about Christmas. But it doesn't matter. It looks like Jerry's gonna win. He's almost at the door.
Jerry the villain! Heading for the door! Oh my, he's out! He's won the match! And oh my, the Iceman is still locked in that STC by Charles Blackman! Oh my! Why is Blackman doing this? And Jerry the villain throwing up his hands in victory as the Iceman is still in the maneuver, and he just tapped out, and Charles Blackman knowing to get some satisfaction from that.
He probably just tapped out. Wait a second. That's Romulan. What's he doing here?
I don't know, but Romulan has just attacked Jerry the villain and hitting him with that devastating maneuver that he likes to do. And what's he doing here? He's dragging Jerry to the back. This is bizarre. This is Christmas. This isn't what's supposed to happen.
Well, please tell us what is supposed to happen, Mr. Awful Got Christmas.
Well, for starters, if it was Christmas, and it is, those type of things are the exact opposite of what are supposed to happen.
What is supposed to happen?
Well, I'll tell you, what's supposed to happen right now is we have to go to the back and hear what Thermite has to say before his match. Let's take it to the back. Let's take it to the back. Come on. Get that man off the eggnog. Take us to the back.
Well, you know, tonight I'm going to be taking my revenge on the Chameleon. That hoser nearly crippled me when he smashed my arms with that sledgehammer. I had to have reconstructive surgery on my elbows. The doctors had to screw a metal plate in my elbow to keep it together. Tonight, my opponent should be glad he is a chameleon, because after I smash his face with my elbow, not even his closest family members are going to be able to recognize him. And speaking of families, I'm going back to mine in the great land of Canada. I've had it up to here with this place. Everyone in the arrogant American company, from the wrestlers all the way to the announcers, have done nothing but ridicule and belittle the country that I love. So if the owner is listening, I'm leaving MEAW tonight after I destroy the Chameleon, and I'm taking the title shot I won at the Grand Gauntlet with me. I'll be back one day when you all least expect, and I'm going to take that World Heavyweight Championship, strap it on my waist, and retire it to Canada. And that's a promise. I have one last thing to say, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You people down here are not very nice.
And oh my, Reginald, Thermite's really upset with you.
Why is he upset with me? All I said was that Canada was an horrible place and everyone from there is stupid. And am I wrong there? Prove me wrong.
I can't prove you wrong, but I can't prove you right either. All I know is that Thermite has a bone to pick with the Chameleon who's about to come out after him. Thermite has a score to settle with what the Chameleon did to him several months ago.
Oh, what did you do that's wrong? This is wrestling, not a ballet. If you think you're not going to get potentially hurt, well, that's your problem.
Well, if you remember, the Chameleon attacked Thermite with that sledgehammer and busted both of his arms, making him have reconstructive surgery in both arms. There's a metal plate in one of those elbows.
Yeah, and you're complaining because he cheated or something and attacked him with the sledgehammer. That man's got metal plates in his arms. Tell me how that's fair. That's a foreign object with him at all times.
Check the rulebook. It's part of his body. It's all fair.
It doesn't seem that. He should have to cover it up or something like that with pads.
Well, tell the owner about it. See if he'll make him covered up, but it doesn't really matter. He's going back to Canada after this match, he said.
Good. Maybe he'll take Captain Canada with him. I mean, after all, one less Canadian is a good thing. Two less, even better.
Now hold on just a moment. Captain Canada is a competitor here in Main Event All-Star Wrestling, and now wait just a moment. The Chameleon is coming out to the ring, and it appears that he is mimicking Thermite's entrance. Oh boy. I bet you Thermite's getting mighty hot around the collar right now.
Well, what do you expect with someone who goes by the name of Chameleon? Chameleons blend in with their surroundings. They're copycats. Of course he's going to copy him.
Now, Reginald, tell me who you think is going to win this. Do you think that Captain Canada is going to get involved in this match? We've seen him get involved in times past.
Captain Canada's smart. He won't, so of course he will, because the guy's an idiot. Personally, I think Chameleon there is going to win. Because, well, he's playing mind games with Thermite. He's trying to get into his head, and that's the first part of winning any battle.
Indeed, psychology does come into it, I hear. But if Thermite does win this, he said he's going back to Canada with that title shot that he won at the Grand Gauntlet. What does that mean for Main Event All-Star Wrestling?
Doesn't mean anything. He's going to Canada. He can stay in Canada for all I care. But it doesn't really matter, because even though he has a guaranteed title shot that he can use at any time, it's not going to matter. He's going to lose that, so what's the point? You might as well just surrender it.
Well, if the owner, the mysterious owner, is listening, you better be paying attention close to this one, because if Thermite goes back to Canada, he's taking that title shot with him.
And everybody will be a lot happier because he won't be here.
Well, let me tell you who's not happy right now besides my wife. It's the Chameleon, because he's getting defeated. He's getting beaten up. He's getting viciously attacked by Thermite.
It's all part of the mind games. He's luring him into a false sense of security, and then he pushes him away like that.
But no, the Chameleon fighting back, taking Thermite over with a hip toss. And now he's just viciously attacking the side of Thermite's head.
See, all part of a strategy by the Chameleon. That's why he's going to win, because he's smart enough to come up with the strategy. Thermite is an idiot. He's one of those morons who just go into a fight and say, hey, I'm going to beat you up. Here's how I'm going to do it. And then, doesn't come up with any sort of strategy that actually works.
Well, it appears the Chameleon is mimicking Thermite, hitting him with several of those Russian leg sweeps, just like Thermite had hit him with. And now, off the rope with a power slam, Thermite has been taken down by the Chameleon. And the Chameleon with the over-the-head belly-to-belly suplex on Thermite.
Moves like that prove that the Chameleon is a better person. Anyone can do certain moves, but it takes a special kind of professional wrestler to use his own opponent's moves against him.
And speaking of using an opponent's move against him, the Chameleon has just locked Thermite in with a sharpshooter. This is just embarrassing.
Of course it is. He's using Canada's official hold against a Canadian. That's just embarrassing, and again, mind games.
What would be even more embarrassing is if Thermite tapped out here. Will he tap? No! He musters up the strength and powers out of it.
Well, if he was smart.
Oh my goodness! He just hit him with that elbow! That steel-plated elbow! And he's locked him in a vicious leg lock, and the Chameleon looks like this! He's tapping out!
He's tapping out. He won that match because he cheated. He used that loaded elbow. He shouldn't be allowed to. And look, now he's using the sharpshooter on Chameleon. This match is over. He shouldn't be allowed to do this.
It appears that Thermite doesn't care that the bell has rung. He is looking to get his revenge. He's locked the Chameleon in the sharpshooter, and he's looking to deal out, to dish out some serious damage with his finishing maneuver, the sharpshooter, as the referee looks on, trying to break the hold.
If Phineas was smart, but he is Canadian, so he isn't. If he was smart, though, he should reverse the decision. Thermite shouldn't be allowed to do this. Chameleon should be the winner.
Well, it appears that Thermite is feeling like he's gotten the revenge that he wanted. He let go of the hold, and he's headed to the back, and I guess heading towards Canada.
Good. Keep going and stay there.
Oh my, interesting things are brewing here in Main Event All-Star Wrestling. Well, fans, thank you for joining us for this special edition of Main Event All-Star Wrestling. Merry Christmas. Not Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. And if my wife is watching, I'm just kidding, honey. I bought your present.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everyone from all of us here at Main Event All-Star Wrestling. Meow.